If you're watching this video, chances are you or someone you care about might be concerned about memory changes or cognitive health. Did you know that dementia affects millions of people worldwide, and early detection can make a world of difference? In the next few minutes, we're going to explore 7 early signs of dementia that you absolutely cannot ignore. These signs are subtle but important, and recognizing them early could help you take control of your health or support a loved one who needs it. Whether you're in your 50s, 60s, or beyond, this information is crucial because understanding these signs is the first step toward better care and decision-making. So, stay with me as we dive into this essential topic. Let's start by addressing why this matters so much. Dementia isn't just about forgetting names or misplacing keys. It's a condition that can profoundly affect daily life, relationships, and even safety. For example, imagine waking up one day and struggling to follow a simple recipe you've made dozens of times before. Or perhaps you find yourself getting lost in a neighborhood you've lived in for decades. These aren't just minor annoyances. They could be warning signs of something more serious. Many older adults often dismiss these symptoms as normal aging, but that's not always the case. Early detection allows for timely interventions, which can slow the progression of dementia and improve quality of life. Now, let's move on to the first sign: memory loss that disrupts daily life. Memory loss is one of the most well-known symptoms of dementia, but not all memory lapses are created equal. Forgetting where you parked your car occasionally is normal, especially as we age. However, if you find yourself repeatedly asking the same questions, relying heavily on notes to remember appointments, or struggling to recall recent events, it might be time to pay closer attention. A study conducted by the Alzheimer's Association found that individuals who frequently forgot recently learned information were at a higher risk of developing dementia later in life. This doesn't mean every forgotten detail is a cause for alarm, but consistent patterns should prompt further evaluation. So, what can you do if you notice this happening? Start by keeping a journal to track how often these lapses occur and discuss your findings with a healthcare professional. They can guide you through the next steps. The second sign is difficulty planning or solving problems. Have you ever sat down to balance your checkbook or calculate a tip at a restaurant and suddenly felt overwhelmed? Maybe organizing a simple weekly meal plan feels like solving a complex puzzle. These challenges could indicate a decline in executive functioning, a key area affected by dementia. Executive functioning involves skills like reasoning, problem-solving, and multitasking. When these abilities start to falter, it can impact everything from managing finances to preparing meals. Consider Susan, a retired teacher in her late 60s. She used to pride herself on her ability to manage her household budget effortlessly. But over time, she began making frequent errors, such as double-paying bills or missing payments altogether. Her family noticed the change and encouraged her to see a doctor, leading to an early diagnosis of mild cognitive impairment. With proper support and strategies, Susan was able to adapt and maintain her independence longer than she might have otherwise. Next, let's talk about challenges in completing familiar tasks. Think about activities you've done countless times without giving them much thought, like driving to the grocery store, cooking your favorite dish, or using your phone to call a friend. Now, imagine feeling confused or stuck while doing those very things. This is another red flag for dementia. For instance, a man named John shared his story online about how he once got disoriented while driving home from work, a route he'd taken for over 20 years. At first, he brushed it off as a momentary lapse, but when similar incidents kept happening, he decided to seek medical advice. Sure enough, tests revealed early-stage dementia. The key takeaway here is that when routine tasks become unexpectedly difficult, it's worth investigating further. Confusion with time or place is another critical sign. Losing track of dates, seasons, or even the passage of time can be unsettling. Some individuals may forget where they are or how they got there. Picture this. Mary, a vibrant woman in her early 70s, loves attending book club meetings every Thursday evening. One day, she showed up on a Wednesday, completely unaware of the mix-up. While occasional confusion happens to everyone, persistent disorientation is a sign that shouldn't be ignored. It's also common for people with dementia to struggle with understanding timelines, such as remembering whether something happened yesterday or last year. If you or a loved one experiences this kind of confusion regularly, it's important to consult a healthcare provider for a thorough assessment. Now, let's shift gears to trouble understanding visual images and spatial relationships. You might assume that vision problems are solely related to eye health, but they can also stem from cognitive decline. People with dementia may have difficulty judging distances, distinguishing colors, or recognizing faces. Imagine trying to pour coffee into a cup but misjudging the distance and spilling it everywhere. Or walking down a flight of stairs and feeling unsure about each step. These scenarios highlight the connection between cognition and perception. A real-life example comes from a gentleman named Robert, who began having trouble reading street signs while driving. Initially, he attributed it to poor eyesight, but after visiting an optometrist and receiving a clean bill of eye health, he realized the issue was more complex. His eventual diagnosis of dementia explained why his brain struggled to process visual information accurately. Another telling sign is new problems with words in speaking or writing. We all stumble over our words sometimes, but if you notice a pattern of difficulty finding the right terms, following conversations, or repeating yourself, it could signal underlying issues. For example, someone might say, "the thing you use to sweep," instead of "broom," or lose their train of thought mid-sentence. Communication difficulties can lead to frustration and withdrawal from social interactions, which only compounds the emotional toll of dementia. Take Linda, a former librarian who cherished storytelling and lively discussions. Over time, she found herself avoiding conversations because she couldn't keep up. Her friends noticed the change and gently encouraged her to seek help, which ultimately led to valuable support and resources. Finally, let's discuss changes in mood or personality. Dementia doesn't just affect memory and cognition, it can also alter emotions and behavior. A usually calm and patient person might become irritable, anxious, or suspicious. Someone who thrives on socializing might suddenly prefer isolation. These shifts can strain relationships and leave loved ones feeling bewildered. Consider Tom, a grandfather known for his cheerful demeanor and love of family gatherings. As his dementia progressed, he became increasingly withdrawn and prone to outbursts. His family initially didn't understand what was happening until they educated themselves about the emotional aspects of dementia. By learning coping strategies and seeking professional guidance, they were able to navigate these changes together. So, what can you do if you recognize any of these signs in yourself or someone close to you? First, don't panic. Many conditions mimic dementia symptoms, and only a qualified healthcare professional can provide an accurate diagnosis. Start by scheduling an appointment with your doctor to discuss your concerns. Bring along any notes or observations that might help paint a clearer picture. Additionally, consider adopting lifestyle changes that promote brain health, such as staying physically active, eating a balanced diet rich in fruits and vegetables, engaging in mentally stimulating activities, and maintaining strong social connections. Research shows that these habits can reduce the risk of cognitive decline and improve overall well-being. To recap, we've covered 7 early signs of dementia: memory loss that disrupts daily life, difficulty planning or solving problems, challenges in completing familiar tasks, confusion with time or place, trouble understanding visual images and spatial relationships, new problems with words in speaking or writing, and changes in mood or personality. Each of these signs deserves attention, and recognizing them early can empower you to take proactive steps. Remember, knowledge is power, and being informed allows you to advocate for yourself or your loved ones effectively. Beyond recognizing the early signs of dementia, it's equally vital to talk about practical strategies and resources that can help you or your loved ones navigate this journey. Dementia is not a one-size-fits-all condition, and the way it manifests can vary widely from person to person. That's why having a toolbox of actionable tips and solutions can make a significant difference in managing its impact on daily life. One of the most effective ways to address cognitive decline is through mental stimulation. Engaging in activities that challenge your brain can help maintain cognitive function and even slow down the progression of symptoms. For example, puzzles like crosswords, Sudoku, or jigsaw puzzles are excellent for keeping the mind sharp. Reading books, learning a new skill, or playing musical instruments also stimulates neural pathways and encourages brain plasticity. A study published in the journal Neurology found that older adults who frequently engaged in mentally stimulating activities had a lower risk of developing dementia compared to those who didn't. So, whether it's picking up a hobby you've always wanted to try or revisiting an old passion, these activities are more than just enjoyable. They're beneficial for your brain health. Physical activity is another cornerstone of dementia prevention and management. Regular exercise not only improves cardiovascular health but also boosts blood flow to the brain, which supports cognitive function. Activities like walking, swimming, yoga, or Tai Chi are particularly well suited for older adults because they are low impact and easy on the joints. In fact, a study conducted by the University of British Columbia showed that aerobic exercise increased the size of the hippocampus, the part of the brain responsible for memory and learning, in older women with mild cognitive impairment. Even small changes, like taking a 15-minute walk around the block each day, can add up over time and contribute to better overall health. If mobility is an issue, chair exercises or stretching routines can be great alternatives. Nutrition also plays a critical role in brain health. What we eat can either fuel our bodies and minds or contribute to inflammation and oxidative stress, both of which are linked to cognitive decline. The Mediterranean diet, rich in fruits, vegetables, whole grains, fish, and healthy fats like olive oil, has been shown to reduce the risk of dementia. Foods high in antioxidants, such as blueberries, spinach, and nuts, are especially beneficial because they protect brain cells from damage. On the other hand, processed foods, excessive sugar, and saturated fats should be limited. Hydration is another often overlooked factor. Dehydration can exacerbate confusion and fatigue, making it even more important to drink plenty of water throughout the day. Consider working with a nutritionist to create a meal plan tailored to your needs, ensuring you're getting the nutrients necessary for optimal brain function. Social engagement is another powerful tool in combating dementia. Humans are inherently social creatures, and maintaining strong connections with others can have profound effects on mental and emotional well-being. Loneliness and social isolation, on the other hand, have been linked to an increased risk of cognitive decline. Joining community groups, attending social events, or volunteering are all excellent ways to stay connected. Technology can also bridge gaps, especially for those who live far from family or friends. Video calls, online forums, and virtual book clubs allow people to interact and share experiences without leaving their homes. Building a supportive network not only combats loneliness but also provides a sense of purpose and belonging, which are crucial for mental health. Now, let's talk about safety measures. As dementia progresses, individuals may face challenges that put their safety at risk. Simple modifications to the home environment can make a big difference. For instance, installing grab bars in bathrooms, using non-slip mats, and ensuring adequate lighting can prevent falls, which are a leading cause of injury among older adults. Labeling cabinets and drawers with pictures or words can help someone locate items more easily. Setting reminders for medication schedules or important appointments can also reduce stress and ensure consistency. Additionally, wearable devices like medical alert bracelets or GPS trackers provide peace of mind for both the individual and their caregivers, allowing them to respond quickly in case of emergencies. For caregivers, supporting someone with dementia requires patience, empathy, and education. It's essential to understand that behaviors associated with dementia, such as agitation or confusion, are not intentional but rather a result of the disease. Developing coping strategies, such as remaining calm during challenging moments, using clear and simple language, and establishing predictable routines, can ease tension and improve communication. Respite care services, support groups, and counseling are valuable resources for caregivers, offering opportunities to recharge and connect with others facing similar situations. Remember, caring for yourself is just as important as caring for your loved one. Burnout can compromise your ability to provide effective support. Let me share a real-life example of how these strategies came together for one family. Margaret, a woman in her mid-70s, began showing signs of dementia after retiring from her job as a school principal. Her daughter, Emily, noticed subtle changes, like Margaret forgetting familiar recipes or mixing up names. Instead of ignoring these signs, Emily encouraged her mother to see a doctor, which led to an early diagnosis. Together, they implemented several lifestyle changes. Margaret joined a local walking group, started attending art classes, and adopted a Mediterranean-style diet. They also made adjustments to her home, such as labeling kitchen items and setting alarms for medications. Over time, Margaret's confidence grew, and she remained actively involved in her community despite her diagnosis. This story underscores the importance of taking proactive steps and seeking support when needed. As we near the end of this video, I want to leave you with a final thought. While dementia is a challenging condition, it doesn't define who you are or what you're capable of achieving. With awareness, preparation, and a commitment to healthy living, it's possible to maintain a fulfilling and meaningful life. Whether you're concerned about your own cognitive health or supporting a loved one, remember that you're not alone. There are countless resources, professionals, and communities ready to assist you every step of the way. Before we conclude, I'd like to ask for your help in spreading awareness. If you found this video informative, please take a moment to like, share, and subscribe to our channel. Your support helps us reach more people who need this information. Also, don't hesitate to drop a comment below. Share your experiences, ask questions, or offer advice to others in the community. Let's work together to break the stigma surrounding dementia and empower each other with knowledge and compassion. Thank you for spending time with us today. We hope this video has provided valuable insights and practical tools to help you or your loved ones navigate the complexities of dementia. Stay tuned for more content on aging gracefully, staying healthy, and living life to the fullest. Until next time, take care and keep prioritizing your well-being.